Please subscribe my channel. My own sister sent me a text. Don't come to mom's retirement party. She doesn't want you there. There was no phone call, no reason given. Just those words hitting me out of nowhere, making me feel like I didn't matter. What stung even more was that my dad liked the message. So I didn't fight back. I didn't plead. I just replied with one word, cool. And then I quietly canceled the payment for the event space. 7 days later, the party they had planned without me began to fall apart. My phone kept buzzing for hours with notifications piling up. And believe me, that was just the beginning of what happened next. Before I share how this all turned out, please like this and comment where you're watching from. If your own family has ever made you feel invisible, tell me about it. I want to know. I'm Emily. I was 32 when I finally realized how easy it was for the people who raised me to replace me. From the outside, my family seemed normal. The type that neighbors greeted warmly. The type that shared happy pictures every holiday. If you stepped into my parents' home in Charlotte, North Carolina, you'd see photo frames along the hallway filled with memories. Birthdays, graduations, trips that seemed perfect looking back. What you wouldn't notice was how those good times happened, or who made them possible. That was mostly me. I had a steady job that needed good planning, patience, and fixing issues. Over time, those abilities spilled over into family life. I turned into the person who arranged everything, paid for things, and kept the peace. I didn't brag about it. I didn't track who owed what. I just handled it because somebody needed to. My mother preferred things done right. My father wanted everything calm. And my younger sister, Sophia, she enjoyed being the center of attention. She was the outgoing one, the charming one, the one whose errors were always brushed off as being upset or full of energy or somebody else's mistake. As kids, if something got damaged, I got asked why I hadn't been more careful. If she damaged it, everyone chuckled and forgot about it. That pattern never truly went away. It just got fancier as we grew older. When my mom said she was retiring, everybody talked about what a big deal it was. Years of hard work, a major achievement, something she earned to celebrate. Sophia talked about making it grand. My dad suggested keeping it low-key. And somehow, without any discussion, the job fell to me. I didn't complain much at first. I picked a cozy community hall in a nearby suburb that felt welcoming, not too fancy. I arranged the food service, things my mom really enjoyed, not just stuff that photographed well. I took care of the bills without making a fuss, like I usually did. Money was just figures to me, issues that had answers. I didn't look for thanks. I never really got any. What I did hope for was to be part of it. There was one old picture I kept thinking about as I organized. It was a bit faded, my mom and me in the kitchen when I was small. She was laughing in the middle of a twirl, her apron tilted. I was grabbing her hands, a little unsteady, grinning like the world was perfect. I clung to that memory more than I knew. Maybe I hoped this party could bring back some of that closeness. The night Sophia texted me, that hope cracked, not broke completely, but cracked. Because when someone says you can't come to an event you created, it makes you face a question you'd avoided forever. Was I part of the family, or just handy to have around? That question stuck with me after I put my phone away, and it stayed through the following days. The text arrived late, at a time when bad news usually shows up. I was at home, shoes tossed by the door, the living room lit only by one lamp I'd left on. My phone vibrated once on the table. I didn't hurry to check it. I hardly ever did these days. Most evenings, it was just chatter from group messages or alerts I already knew. Then I saw Sophia's name. The message was brief. No hello. No easing into it. Don't come to mom's retirement party. She doesn't want you there. I looked at the screen longer than I cared to say. Long enough for my mind to hunt for any other meaning that wasn't there. A prank. A mix-up. Something to make it less harsh. Sophia had always been direct, but this wasn't direct. It was precise and cold. Before I could type back, another note popped up. Dad liked the message. That small thing hurt worse than the text itself. My father always acted neutral. He thought silence was the same as kindness. When we were growing up, he'd sit at the dinner table while fights happened, nodding sometimes, saying nothing that could upset the calm. I once believed that made him fair. Now I saw it meant he was okay letting others take the hits. I placed the phone down. My chest tightened, not from fear, but from a colder feeling. The clear kind that comes when you can't deny things anymore. I didn't tear up. I didn't walk around upset. I didn't write a long defense. I just sent cool. That's all. Then I opened my laptop. The booking email for the hall was still there from that morning. I'd been reviewing details to make sure it was ready. Without thinking twice, I began undoing it all, one step at a time. Each cancel was quiet and smooth, the kind of quick work I was good at. The charges didn't resist. They just vanished, like they hadn't been there. What surprised me was how steady I stayed. The next day I expected something, and sorry note, a call, maybe an awkward reason. Nothing came. The quiet lasted all day and into the next. It was the type of quiet that says everything without words. They weren't puzzled. They weren't torn. They just figured I'd step back in line. A few days passed, and texts started coming. Sophia called me overreacting. My mom wondered why plans weren't going ahead. Nobody asked if I was okay. Nobody mentioned what they'd told me. They acted like the issue wasn't their actions, but that I'd quit helping. That's when things changed inside me. Not with noise or drama, just a soft understanding in my heart. If I kept filling the spot they gave me, this cycle wouldn't stop. There'd be more events, more costs, more boundaries ignored, dismissed as just family. And for the first time, I didn't hurry to bridge the distance. I left it there because I sensed this wasn't the worst they'd do. And I was correct. The party day came without any fuss. I got up early from routine, my mind still ready to handle issues that weren't mine anymore. For a second, I grabbed my phone, then paused. Nothing to check. No timings to verify, no final tweaks. Instead of heading to my parents' house, I drove the other way. I spent the morning in a peaceful park in downtown Atlanta, somewhere neutral where nobody knew my family. The breeze felt fresher, like I was trying out a life that didn't demand anything from me. My phone stayed screen down beside me. I didn't need to see to imagine it. Guests showing up confused. Sophia rushing around. My mom forcing smiles, acting like this was her ideal. The mess that appears when the one who keeps things running steps back quietly. Mid-afternoon, a text from a cousin arrived. No words, just a picture. The event had shifted to the garage. Foldable seats arranged unevenly. A sign sagging on the wall. Letters bending like they'd lost interest. Many guests I'd personally reminded didn't show, likely thought it was off. Sophia stood in the middle with a bakery cake, like evidence she tried. Her face wasn't happy. It was tense, planning. I powered off my phone. That night, calls began. Sophia first, her tone angry, blaming me for spoiling it all. Mom next, wanting answers as if she suddenly forgot how to understand. Even Dad called once, leaving a message full of words, but saying nothing real. Nobody wondered why I was upset. They just cared why things fell apart. Days later, Sophia messaged as if all was fine. A family meal was set. I should quit being silly. Join again. Make it right. I didn't answer. Soon after, I had a short work trip. Despite doubts, I asked my parents to care for my dog, Max, a friendly golden retriever. He adored their big yard. I told myself it was short, managed, okay. When I got back, something seemed off right away. No excited barks. No paws tapping on the floor. No warm body pressing against me. Mom opened the door by herself. She avoided my gaze. He's gone, she said. For a moment, I feared he'd escaped or something bad happened. My heart raced. Then she added casually, Sophia took care of it. Took care of it? How? She sighed, annoyed already. She found him a new family. Someone who could give him more time. That changed everything. This went beyond the party. Beyond hurt emotions or mix-ups. They hadn't only pushed me out. They'd gone too far, in a way I couldn't ignore. And for the first time, I wasn't focused on keeping calm. I was focused on keeping myself safe. I didn't shout when Mom said it. She found him a new family. The words hung there like they were ordinary, like they didn't shake something deep in me. I asked calmly, my voice steadier than I felt. Did you let her do that? Mom folded her arms, defensive. You were gone. She dealt with it. We figured you wouldn't care once you settled down. Settled down? That idea had chased me my whole life. Used whenever someone harmed me, like my feelings were the issue, not what they did. I walked inside slowly on purpose. I wasn't there to fight. I wanted to see how much they'd done. Sophia's stuff was scattered. Shoes at the entrance, jacket on a chair. Sign she treated the place like hers. I found Dad outside, cutting bushes, earbuds in, acting busy to avoid the world. I removed them. Did you know? He looked at the ground first, like an answer might appear. She said it was short term, he mumbled at last. Better for all of us. All except me. I left silently. In my car, I stayed longer than needed, gripping the wheel, breathing through grief and anger mixed. But clear thinking cut through, sharp and firm. They'd taken what was mine, not just in feelings, but legally. And they'd done it sure I wouldn't push back. They were mistaken. That night, I didn't confront Sophia. Didn't go to her home. Didn't send angry texts. I collected evidence. Adoption papers, vet bills, registration, receipts over years. All with my name, proving ownership beyond emotion. Next day, I called not family, but someone whose role is rules, not peace in family matters. I explained calmly. No exaggeration, just truth. My dog was given away without permission while I was away. A pause, then, that's not family drama. That's against the law. That felt freeing. By afternoon, it moved fast. When police came to my parents' house, Mom seemed truly surprised, like she couldn't imagine I'd get help outside. Dad stood behind her, quiet as usual. Sophia arrived later. They tried explaining unasked. She's exaggerating. A misunderstanding. We meant to help. Officers listened, then asked me for papers. I gave them one by one. They reviewed, nodded, asked details, professional and neutral, what I needed. Who gave away the dog? One asked. Mom paused. That said enough. Your sister, she admitted. And where is she? On her way. When Sophia drove up, she got out smiling, that's sure. Winning smile she'd always used to escape trouble. Then she spotted the police. It faded. What's happening? She asked, looking around. An officer said evenly, Did you give away a dog that isn't yours? She laughed it off. I rehomed him. It was best. Did the owner agree? She started to speak, stopped, sighed dramatically. She was overreacting. I knew she'd be fine. That was it. Not the explanation, not the forms. But when she saw her charm fail, they cuffed her. Mom yelled. Dad said it was too much. We could discuss. It's family. The officer replied, Family doesn't allow taking others' belongings. I didn't feel victory or payback. I felt calm. At the station, it got routine, less charged. I sat, hands together, answering prepared questions. They said how much Sophia got for him. Little, like he was just a thing to shift. They asked if I wanted charges. I said give me the night. That evening, unread messages and unheard calls filled my phone. I went to my quiet apartment, missing the sound of pause. I slept poorly. Morning brought the news. They'd located him. At the station, Max knew me instantly. He rushed over, tail wagging wildly. I knelt and held him tight, smelling that known scent, feeling grounded. I decided to press charges. That shocked my parents most. They thought returning him would fix it. I'd smooth over as usual. But this was about a boundary. Sophia paid back through the system. No real sorry, just resentment and fault-finding. That night, Mom left a message, starting soft, turning mad, then pleading. Said if I didn't let go, I was leaving the family. I erased it, because now that wasn't scary. It was truth. They'd made a family that needed my silence to work. And I was finished being silent. The home felt changed after. Calmer, not bare. Max slept close to me that first night, like checking I was there. I didn't shift till dawn. I let the quiet sink in, easing years of stress. The case ended simply. Payment handled officially. No deep talks came. No late regrets. Just space, clear and lasting. I switched locks, updated who to call in emergencies, dropped default names for trusted ones. It seemed easy. Why wait so long for what I needed? Parents didn't visit. Sophia didn't message. This quiet felt right. Not payback. Just what happens when lines hold. I kept my job. Made meals I liked. Walked farther. Stopped waiting for the next request. Some evenings I recalled the party, the text, how quick they dismissed me. Then I'd feel the warm presence beside me and know why I quit allowing it. Peace, I found, isn't showy. It simply lasts. Long ago, I believed love meant taking whatever family gave. Now I understand better. If pain is the cost to fit in, it's not love, it's power. And picking yourself isn't mean. It's truthful. If this rings true for you, know others feel it too. Share below. Say where you're watching from, and follow for more true tales of setting limits, facing betrayal, and finding fair outcomes quietly.